But yeah, she didn't want her son smoking no dope. Right? We was cool watching Tupac and Biggie and them until my mama called me and said she don't want her son smoking no goddamn dope. Dope? I thought this was weed. I thought this was marijuana. Nah, I want my son smoking dope.
I brought that dope in my head.
I brought that dope.
I said, this ain't dope. Let's not go there. I understand you upset, but this ain't dope. Let's not say that. You calling all my uncles.
It fucks you up. Right. It fucks you up. They call
you smoking dope.
You're like, wait, what? I just seen him yesterday. What?
She calling all nigga.
That sounds bad. I'm telling you, we had a family meeting, man. All my sisters, we had to meet up and shit. My brother-in-law, shit, he probably be over here in a minute. All right. Nigga, we all had a family meeting. Like, they crying and shit. They crying and shit. Yeah, intervention. Mama tell me she don't want me to smoke dope, but Michelle Lennox saved my life. My sister. She looked at Mama and was like, Mom, I know you don't want him to smoke dope, but everybody smoke weed right now, Mama. Smoking weed, Mama. Mama said, I don't give a damn. I don't want my son smoking no dope. I said, shit, okay, thank you, sis. But she lightened everything up.
Yeah.
Because then, but yeah.
But y'all didn't ever make her understand that weed is not dope? Or you just
no, Mama them from that 60s and 70s.
I don't think that's like
dope.
It's going to be dope forever.
That's dope. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, much love to my peoples though. They was just trying to keep me in the right lane and make sure my brain stayed on the right level because I was an athlete at that time. I was playing football and doing positive shit. Then all of a sudden I started smoking dope and Mama, that scared the shit out of Mama. She thought I was gonna start gang banging and robbing niggas and all types of shit. I kept on being an athlete, but it did slow me down. Like as my athletic skills, I just didn't get better like I wanted to. Yeah. The homies that wasn't smoking, they got better and got some D1 scholarships.
When you say better, I mean they was more focused?
They was more focused, and I feel like they had their breathing and just everything was more. They had, like, I was getting tired in the fourth, and these niggas was still all gas in the fourth quarter and still making plays and shit. And me and the homies that burned, you could damn near tell, you know what I'm saying? You could tell that we wasn't right. We was getting high before the game. Ain't gonna say no names, you crazy ass boy, but you the first one to get me high before we played Guthrie High School, and that shit was so fun I did it again. Motherfucker, I ain't gonna say your name, you know what I'm talking about though. All right, but yeah, man. Weed, man, I like weed, bro. I love weed. Not just cause I like the taste and how it makes me feel, but it's more like a counselor to me. I never had money to pay for a counselor when I grew up. You know what I'm saying? I went through a lot of shit. Pops got killed. One of my close friends killed himself. Like, and we was just smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? When I got to college and started taking them losses, then the college I was at, Midwestern State University, they started giving me the counseling. They was like, you can go start taking counseling. I didn't know nothing about this shit. You know what I'm saying? When I started taking counseling, on some real shit, that shit started helping.
Like therapy.
Yeah. It started helping me, but I didn't have the money. My people didn't have the money to pay for therapy and counseling and shit when my daddy got killed when I was 18.
Right.
When we was, you know what I'm saying, going through when Kevin Burton killed himself when we was 16. My people didn't have the money for that shit. So we was just smoking weed. We was just gassing up. Me and the homies just gassing up. That was our motherfucking, that's what was getting us through hard times. Mm-hmm. Dime sacks of Reggie and shit. We piecing up getting, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why, like, this shit literally has turned into just people be like, y'all just smoke weed to think it's cool. Nah, hell no. This shit really hard holder, bro. This shit really helps me.
What they call that, PTSD?
Boy, I think all of us has that.
As a black man in America,
as a black man, I think
you're born into it. Not only born into it. I think when you in the womb, it's affecting you because your mama's going through situations. Oh. So then when you actually born into it, it's like double, or your whole existence been a PTSD as a black man. But it's hard to like tell your feelings because you don't know who to talk to besides. You want to talk to the outlet, but they don't really form or tell us or educate us about where a black man can go to relieve the stress of being a black man. So who do you go to when you have all these things that you want to vent out, but you don't have nowhere to go because they said if you talk to anybody about the problems that you're going through, you're a weak man. So that's the stereotype they give us as the youth because like, yo, toughen up when you was growing up, something happened to you negative. Right. And it affected you. Just toughen up. Be a man.
Right.
So didn't really help you to formulate how or where do you go to vent when you go into situations like that. I think the PTSD situation, I think we've been affected that since in the womb in our mothers.
Demetrius, that's some real shit, bro. I have never been around somebody who has touched on that. We might have had PTSD when we was in the womb. All the shit that our fathers, our mothers, the household was going through, and we was just growing up into this shit in the womb. And then came out and it was reality, you know? From daddy ain't there to we broke. Like, I feel like, man, you just touched on something, because I feel like I damn near started going through PTSD when I was probably 7 and 8. That's what made me really, and I'm pretty sure not just me, a lot of other cats start being playing sports harder. Because when we really figured out that our outlet, we figured out we ain't got shit.
Absolutely.
At 7, mama in there crying because ain't nothing, no shit. She don't know how she gonna feed us. I know I'm gonna eat, but mama in there in that closet crying.
Right.
We going through some shit right now. Mama ain't got that check yet. Mama ain't found a job yet. Shit, we don't rent is due. We got that eviction notice. Like, we noticed all that shit as kids.
Absolutely.
We probably didn't notice we knew the consequences too, but you know what I'm saying? Mama is the one who was really going through it. You know what I'm saying? And that might even deter a lot of us to start gangbanging.
Or the opposite side, or hustling. Absolutely, because you were like, I don't want to live like this forever. I'm not going to do this.
I'm not going to cry.
I need something to do.
I don't want to see my mama there crying no more.
Absolutely.
Hey, for me personally, I ain't never been in no situation. My mama made it happen. I was just bad. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I nigga can't get up here and act like I ain't never woke up and my water was off. Never. You know what I'm saying?
Me neither. Not until I became an adult.
Yeah. I'm talking about growing up.
But my mama didn't either. My mama made it happen too, bro.
You know,
but I'm just talking about. I never had it hard, but I seen hard times, bro. We had hard times. You know what I'm saying? There was a time before mama found her a good job and shit, bro. I was on some shit. I had them books. I had them stamps.
Nigga ain't never been hungry though. Nigga had them stamps. You probably eating what you want, but a nigga always has something to eat. Though. I always had something to eat. I ain't never wondered where my next snack was gonna come from. You feel me? Never.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The shit that I was doing, I wanted because she couldn't afford to buy me the shit that I liked.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Take care of me. Give me the shit I need. You feel me?
We seeing the big homies, the big OGs pull up in these fresh ass cars, beating, fresh chains on, shoes. Shit.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
We had on Pro Wings and shit. Like what? How I want to get to that.
Nigga, I used to wear Brooks.
Damn. She would get them at
Payless.
flea market or Payless.
Nigga with the backwards check. Not even the swoop, nigga, the check mark. You remember them? Remember the Brooks? My mama. Brooks.
That made, you know what? I'm glad you said that, man. That's probably one reason that really helps you with your apparel. You ran from them Brooks. Ever since them Brooks, you been on shit. You been leveling up since Brooks.
I remember the people that I looked up to, what they was wearing. I couldn't afford it, but I remember the style and the cut, how it looked. So by me becoming a designer a few years later down the road, it was easier for me to see what era the young people are doing, because I lived that. I'm old enough. I lived that. I went through that already.
And where were you at then? You was out there in North Carolina?
Right.
Then?
Yes. So by knowing that, because hip-hop, I'm going to stop that conversation to answer your question, was there in North Carolina, because hip-hop was at the point that it was traveling on the interstate, meaning they was doing shows to bring more visibility to the brand of hip-hop.
And so down the street from Atlanta.
Right. Philadelphia and North Carolina is like test markets for music on the east side, on the East Coast. So by traveling from Philadelphia, then hitting North Carolina, I was in North Carolina at that moment. So when hip hop came on the airwaves, I was like, yo, because before that I was listening to Michael Jackson, pop music, rock and roll, and all that good stuff. But I couldn't really connect to the music because I'm young. You know what I mean? I'm 13.
Right.
So then when I heard hip hop, and the first track I heard was Eric B. and Rakim, I Got Soul. And when I heard that, I was, yo, what is this, and how can I get more of it? So then once that happened, I started calling my cousin in Philly, like, yo, you heard this track, blah, blah, blah. They was like, yeah, this hip hop. And now they was like, yo, it's breakdance, it's graffiti. And so they was educating me on the different aspect of hip hop.
Right.
So I connected more with fashion because I always liked girls. So so I was always into what my favorite MC was wearing, and I couldn't afford it then. But I always remember how it looked. So it just fast forward now, like I said, it just helped me do designs because I know what era the clothing business is in because I lived it already. So I visibly remember what they wearing now. I remember what they was doing in the 80s.
Right.
So
this is basically, man, I hate to cut you off, but this is the shit that we wearing. It's just a full circle. Like,
always.
My parents never.
We just putting better tires on.
Right.
Me and Rod, he's the rim and I'm the tire. So you got to have a good tire with the rim. And sometimes it's vice versa. I could be the rim and he's the tire. But both of our shit is dope because you can't have some good rims with some fucked up tires and you can't have some fucked up tires with some good rims. This shit ain't gonna work right. And so that's why we compliment each other.
And that's one of my questions. Being two business partners on two sides of the United States of America, how does that work? How can y'all be productive? How are y'all productive from being on two different sides of the country?
It ain't nothing better than understanding. I understand it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to explain it. Just, I do what I do with the sports where he more into luxury,
Right. That's why when I look on y'all shit, I seen both. I seen both tastes.
With the shit you gonna get spiffy. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming with that everyday shit,
Right. You've been dope the past couple of days, man. We need to get some of that shit, bro.
You know what I'm saying? That's just all it is, you know what I'm saying? We just in two different lanes, but we got the same goal.
And but the good part about it, guys, from two different views too, two different sides of the country. Like just how you say you was in the army and shit, you'd have been in Germany and shit. Did any of those like experiences being in Europe and shit, did any of that like help you with your clothing?
Hell yeah. Because the economy nigga get over there and can't afford to buy nothing.
I was like
that. You know what I'm saying? The economy's so different. You feel me? A nigga, a Nike shirt over here might be $49.
Right. Over there, that bitch is $400.
Probably 300 euros. You feel what I'm saying? Which a euro is damn near 2 to 1. So it's a $600 shirt. Literally. You feel what I'm saying? The same shirt that you gonna go to Foot Locker over here and get it, you gonna go to an urban store. That's what it's gonna be called.
So we need to get grind hard, sleep less over there in fucking Europe.
I don't know. I think we hit that at the same time. I had that in my mind. I was like, well, I need to have a marketing
that
plan.
Shit to fucking Europe marketing.
But even though we already have done that because we was fortunate enough to be placed in British Vogue magazine in 2020, so we did get a lot of attention from the international market. When we was placed in Vogue magazine, so and then before that, I got a few brand ambassadors that's in Germany. So the international market is definitely a market that we want to tap into for a long time.
Need something to roll up? Yeah.
They don't parole.
That's all right.
Don't do no traveling.
You on Interstate 788, man. We smoking gas right now. We smoking on some. Right then, hey, oh my God, Hunter. The last of the full power. It's the last. We done ran through 1, 2. We done ran through all the sample packs. It lasted us about what this take us about a week or two? About 2 weeks. We smoked this shit for about 2 weeks. That black marshmallows was gas. Them Gushers and Straight Fire was gas. And that Cake Boss. Hey man, you see I've been firing all week long. On Instagram and on Facebook, I've been sounding fire alert, because all that shit was gas. This is the last of that. I'm passing something to the homies so he can roll up his backwood.
Thank you.
Hold on, goddamn it, I can't give you 3 grams.
Them niggas need to, that's enough.
Okay.
Hey, they need to really endorse us.
Backwoods?
Yeah.
For sure.
I can't think of a picture that I done posted on any social media that I wasn't smoking with.
Well, shit, that's how you become an ambassador. We just need to go ahead and come up with you a dope-ass portfolio. Take all the pictures, come up with your portfolio, and send them some shit. Let Director 13 put his touch on some of this shit, and that's how you can become an ambassador here in Oklahoma City for Backwoods. All right, a lot of shit that y'all love. Hey, they call the shit becoming an ambassador. You can start getting paid and getting a bunch of free shit for shit that you love. If you come up with the right plan and show the people that created it, they will send you tons of shit. That's how girls and fellas is getting living in big time cities. They are ambassadors for 5 to 10 different types of companies. You know what I'm saying? If you girls get lip gloss that they wear all the time, it might be called her lip gloss. She the ambassador and she got a lifetime supply of that shit she can be selling and shit getting paid. Selling and wearing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, great idea. Backwoods. We need to sponsor these guys. Grind hard, sleep less. Backwoods.
It only makes sense. Why you grinding hard, sleeping less? Got you a backwood. It's not rocket scientists.
Right. So, bam, man. I respect y'all business. I respect everything y'all got going. A lot of people in the city don't have an idea. That's why I love Interstate 788 because we really helping people. We helping each other. But my city is so green because we never had any type of role models or any leaders or anybody to show us the way to bubble. You know what I'm saying? So that's why like y'all coming on to the show like just helps. Like this is the 3rd, 4th show and it's just we heading in the right direction. And I'm saying that to say like one of y'all, Demetrius Hot Rod, like give us a few tips. Give somebody a few beginner tips. You ain't got to give them the whole play. A few beginner tips to get their business going. People that want to get their apparel going, their business going. Just a couple of tips. What 1st, 2nd, and 3rd? Shit.
That for me, that's like a complex question.
Right.
But I'm gonna try to explain it the best way I can in 3 steps: passion, determination, and vision. Your passion is what you're gonna do, or what you're gonna have when you just in the motion of wanting to have a business. Determination is going to make you connect the dots together to get your LLC and be legit and go forth with it.
Right.
So once you do those 2 things.
Push that LLC though, because these niggas be out here thieving for ideas.
Boy, they do. They do.
Swear to God.
I tell you, you gotta once you get on it and you do say your name, you make sure you get everything right on it because niggas to hear your name and go get the copyrights on it and as soon as you try to run it, you're gonna be sending them, so you're gonna be figuring out why you ain't getting paid off of this shit because a nigga done already stole your copyrights, and it might be your homeboy. It might not be somebody on the other side of the country. It might be your homeboy.
That's why I said determination is gonna make you connect the dots, get your LLC, and take everything legit, website, and all that good stuff.
Right.
And then vision is what you want your company to be in the first place. So once you have those 3 things, you should, at the end of the day, become a successful business owner.
So. You say where you want your company to be. What do y'all see? I mean, what do y'all see y'all in 5 years, bro? Instead of like the same platforms that y'all running now?
5 years, that was yesterday. I'm 15, 20 where I want to be, and not be bragging nothing like that. It's just I actually know what I want because this is my purpose. It's different. It's a different story than having a company and you doing it because you love it. To having this is your purpose, because when you connect it with your purpose, that's that's on a whole nother level connected with the universe. Gotcha. So for me, I'm already 20 years ahead, not ahead meaning bragging.
Right.
I'm talking about 20 years how I want my company or our company to look. So in a whole, because I want to eventually become a fashion house, meaning having different collections inside the G Hustle Web brand itself. And Rod is already a part of that, being a G Hustle Sport.
Well,
so I'm gonna have other. I'm gonna have, and then to go back to the purses and the bags. I also have purses and duffel bags, and they also are individual collections. And the purse is the JVN collection, and the duffel bag you're talking about is the Demetrius D. Williams designer collection. That's my collection.
Dope.
So and that's just the 5 year. So I'm in 3 year to the 5 year, but to the 10 year, I want to have glasses to go with the whole accessory, because G Hustle Wear is just not just a clothing line. We are official clothing brand. So being the brand, you can have different things like belts, jewelry, jeans, heels for the ladies, eyeglasses, bags. So it's like different aspects of. For me, it's different aspects of how I want one individual to look when that individual is out doing whatever that individual is doing.
Right.
So once I create that individual, then I start lacing with how I want that individual to look, and got to have accessories with it. So it's a whole big vision board for me as a designer at G Hustle Wear.
Great answer. Great answer. You know, you made me start thinking about how I need to start thinking. You said it's the fucking purpose. What's your purpose? Once you figure out what your purpose is, then you really take off. And you know what? That's kind of, bro, these past like couple of months, that's kind of where I've been. All last year, man, you know, y'all probably don't know much, but last year, man, I call last year, it's crazy. But my years in my mind is moving back home was from September to September. So when I moved back last September, I brought staycation. That son bitch went bananas. I brought something that I didn't think my city was gonna come to, because we outside staying the night in tents and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But man, it was bananas. So
the city showed you love.
They showed major love. They showed major love, bro. I'm telling you, 1,000+ people showed up, bro, and it was 24 hours, bro. It was beautiful. But I created staycation. Then I went to the Halloween basketball fest. We gave away $1,000 at that. Speed date, blunts and bikinis.
That sounds like a great combination.
Cigars and sundress.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? I had all of it. My second staycation too was just this past September.
Okay.
So I'm just saying that to say, all last year I just came in running, throwing my events, trying to really put a foundation on my name, let people find out about Lennox and see what I was on type shit, and see my marketing skills and how I brand shit.
Absolutely.
But then this year I had to take a step back. Because the events was cool, everything was fun, but now I had to look at myself and like, what's your fucking purpose? It was you out here just fucking trying to throw party shit just to kick it, motherfucker. You just trying to have a good time in life and get paid off of just having a good time in life. Or since while you was bringing all these people to your event and having a good time in life, you getting a following, bro. You got some people that's listening to you. You motivating some niggas. People coming to me saying, man, well, you keep me motivated, man. I woke up this morning and started working out, man.
I know that's
I started on my business plan. I started doing this.
I'm like, got it,
bro, you did this. And I'm sitting there thinking like, damn, I thought I was throwing events. I didn't know I was out here inspiring.
I know that's a good feeling, bro.
I didn't know that. So, like, when you said something about your purpose, it's like, bro, I have found this past 3 to 4 months, I had successful events last year. But these past 3 to 4 months, I have focused on my purpose. Like, what you here for, and like shit just being, as I focused on my purpose, it seemed like I just been leveling up, bro.
It's a different type of energy, a different type of frequency, man, when you start connecting to stuff like that, bro. Major.
Right. So, man, great answer, bro. You got me thinking about shit, you know what I'm saying? Let me see. I got some questions, you know. I like the way this shit is going. This is straight. Go subscribe. Go subscribe. Go subscribe. YouTube, Interstate 788 Podcast, James Lennox on Facebook, Instagram Lennoxpopup. But on here, go subscribe. I got those grind hard, sleep less guys in the building, and the straight real talk going down. Highway of information. You know what I'm saying? I got a few questions, but shit, man, this shit is going. There you go, bro. How y'all feeling?
Good.
How you feeling on that big motherfucker over there? This motherfucking thumb that this nigga done roll.
You finna feel the same way.
This nigga rolling hog legs. And these backs, I can only hit them motherfuckers like 2 or 3 times because I'll be over here just.
That's all you need.
Super high.
That's all you need.
We about to be super high.
That's what I should have did for you.
What, bro?
I should have just twisted you one.